Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about the price of BTC because the price of BTC as we speak is dropping, and a lot of you guys are freaking out because you really believe that the price of Bitcoin is really going to end up dropping even further. So I'm here to give you the absolute best technical analysis as far as BTC is concerned because we have been killing these trades, and I'm telling you, I do have the proof. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about what I'm going to be doing, how I'm going to be playing it, and how I'm going to be making this money. So 4 days ago, right, I did let you know my stance as far as BTC is concerned. So we did end up selling and we ended up cashing out around this particular episode. So what I want you to do is I want you to pause this video and take a look at the episode that I did 4 days ago, because I did tell you exactly when I was going to be cashing out and my game plan and my buying back of BTC and everything. So I really hope that you guys got that information. I really hope that I saved you a lot of money because it happened exactly as I predicted, and I didn't give you both bearish and bullish scenarios because I always stick to one scenario because I want my subscribers at least to understand the highest probability. So yeah, big shout out to everybody watching me, all of you watching me right now. Let me know if you are able to hear me loud and clear. So this is a live episode, so let me just check if everything is working okay, especially the sound, because we just have to be like very professional. So let me just take a moment and listen to the audio. So yeah. Oh, okay, good. We are good to go. So anyway, the price is $33,642 and it's down by about 8%. Okay, but this move is very expected because just like I told you, we did end up buying the bottom here, and we rode it all the way to the top and we sold at the highest peak. Now what is happening, right? The most important price action that you guys have to understand about this whole situation is we are in an accumulative phase. We are in an accumulation, and what usually happens is we are testing between the bottom range and the top range. So what we witnessed happening was the price of BTC sort of coming from the bottom and testing this particular liquidity. As you can see right up here, right, we had some sort of resistance here and a lot of stop losses were sort of chopped out, and as soon as a lot of people got stopped out of their short positions from here, because everybody was shorting here, everybody was anticipating that the price would go to 24,000, but the market makers plus exchanges just had to like push up the price so that the people who were sort of shorting around this particular area could get out of their positions. And now that we broke out of this particular resistance, this particular threshold right over here, right, so let me clearly demarcate it because it's very important. So yeah, so basically this is the range that we're trading in, okay, and this particular attempt right over here is a very good liquidity sort of hunt, and we just sort of had to do that. Okay, so that is very good. Now a lot of you might be wondering, hey Muna, do you think the price is going to continue dropping out of this particular range, and is it going to continue going further below, and hopefully we're going to crash below 30,000 US dollars? Well, what I think is we still have some liquidity areas to take a look at, and if you just had to look at this particular trading action, right, so let me remove this rectangle. Okay, if we just look at this particular price structure, especially here, where do you think the price is most likely going to end up going? Do you think it's just going to sort of drop and just sort of neglect this trading volume right over here? So what I really think is this is obviously a completion of this particular move. Okay, so on the smaller time frame, remember, since I'm a day trader, I mostly use the 24-hour, the 4-hour, and the 1 hour to trade. So this particular action that you're seeing, right, this is a corrective structure, especially in the downward trend, and this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 type of structure. So we are basically completing this alert wave structure, and this particular dump is coming to a completion. So as we talk, right, the price of BTC is even dropping further and further, which is very good because we need to get lower prices. But remember, we have this cluster of trading action, and this is one of the reasons why I really believe that the price of Bitcoin is going to sort of find some support between 32,930 all the way to around 33,500. Like, this whole area should provide decent amount of support. Of course, I'm not really telling everybody to sort of this is not financial advice, as you guys already are aware, right? And you are supposed to be sort of waiting for the price to sort of find support, and the bulls have to defend, and we need to see a lot of buying power, especially on the 4-hour. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to wait for the bulls to step in. Of course, I'm looking at 32,930 as some area of support. And if we had to look at our previous structure, so one of you guys associate Pilot 5 says you can only hear me from one ear. Okay, I don't know how to fix that. It's probably because of my settings, so I'm probably going to fix that a little bit later. So yeah, for now, let's just concentrate on the TA. Okay, and stretching from this particular trading action, do you see the amount of support that we had? Like right around this particular area, right around the lowest line right over here. Yeah, we could even end up going to 32,600. So this whole area to me is area with a lot of support. This is where I'm anticipating the price to sort of find support here and continue sort of trading in this particular range, because we are not done. We are far from getting done when it comes to like completing this accumulation phase. Okay, we are far from done. Okay, so there's going to be a point where the price of BTC is going to go back into the middle of this particular trading range, and hopefully eventually get to sort of break out and go to 45,000 to about 50,000 US dollars. So anyway, let me just remind you of the Wyckoff accumulation, because you guys might be lost in the sauce. So if we take a look at the accumulation phase, because this is a very blatant Wyckoff theory, and to a lot of people who might be saying, hey Mona, why are you only talking about Wyckoff now that you have seen the structure forming? Like, when we were around this particular area, right, I was telling you about Wyckoff distribution. When we were around this particular area, right, I did mention that this was a Wyckoff distribution phase and we were going to break down. I'm sure you guys do remember. I do not need to go back to my YouTube channel and tell you, like, this is what I was saying. So yeah, this particular area is a Wyckoff accumulation, and we're not done. As soon as we find support here, right, because what happened is a lot of people who were sort of longing, because breakout traders did get in around 40,000 to 41,000. They were anticipating that the price was going to continue going up. So these people are being liquidated on purpose. Okay, so everybody got messed up, so this is one of the reasons that you guys are supposed to be very careful, especially when it comes to like trading a range and trading Wyckoff accumulation versus distribution, because by the end of it all, if you guys are not really experienced enough, you're going to end up minimizing your portfolio, because every time you buy, it sort of just does the opposite, or every time you sell, it sort of pumps. It's because you don't really know how to play these things. And in case you guys are like saying, okay, this guy, where did he come from? What does he mean? What has he been doing? I mean, I've got proof, and you can see that exactly what I predicted happened. Okay, so what I'm saying is, for now, my game plan is waiting for buying power to come through, because this correction, is coming to an exhaustion. in the next coming 24 to 48 hours. So just like I was able to pick the bottom from here, right, and I sort of enjoyed this particular price action, I'm going to do the same because we are still in a Wyckoff accumulation schematic. And if you guys forensically take a look at this particular structure, right, we're only on phase B. Like, this particular structure is only phase B. We're only going to have a breakout to the upside or to the downside until we reach phase D. So a lot of you might be saying, hey Muna, why are you saying that this is phase B? Well, it's pretty simple. It's because this is the first time we attempted to break the high of the automatic rally. Okay, so if we take a look at this particular area was the end of the automatic rally. So let me use the lines so that you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so as you can see, this is the automatic rally. It could be that particular area or that particular area. Okay, and this is the only first time we ever got the chance to break the high of the automatic rally. Okay, this is one of the reasons why I'm really inclined to believe that this particular phase is phase B. So if this is phase B of the Wyckoff schematic, right, there's going to be another attempt, you know, for the price to sort of come into this particular range and either break out to the upside or to the downside, or we might end up, you know, going down and forming the spring. Okay, we might end up sort of forming the spring and then coming back into the range. If we do that, then that's even going to be like a very good trading opportunity for us, because, you know, just like I told you 4 days ago, take a look at this particular episode. I closed all my trades, all my Bitcoin trades, all my altcoin trades. I was like going back into USD Tether, and I was waiting for the prices to get lower. So for me, it doesn't really matter whether we are going to be on the spring or if we're just going to sort of come to the base of this particular area. So let me flip over back to the normal candles. Okay, so let's say, for example, today we end up closing above this particular area. Okay, because we are trying to see where the price could potentially end up you know, bouncing. So if today's daily close, and you guys always have to remember, that the daily close is very important, because sometimes we might have situations where the price wicks to the downside but it ends up closing above. So that is obviously going to be interpreted differently. Okay, so sometimes it doesn't really matter how ferocious the downward action is. What really matters is the daily close. And according to you know, standard cryptocurrency time, right, a lot of people use UTC time, you know, universal standard time. So that's why I really need to, you guys really need to develop patience, and you need confirmations. Like, before you make a trade, you need to have like confirming factors that you really refer to before you take any position. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm not really going to jump into any particular trade, because one, I don't really have enough conviction to see that the bulls are defending and they are stepping in, provided I am able to like understand the Wyckoff schematic. Even though I know that we are on phase B, right, phase B, I'm not just going to blindly jump into a particular trade, because I need more confirmations. Number one, the bulls have to like start defending. I need to see buying power coming through on the 1 hour, on the 4 hour. And then after that, right, I need to see the daily close. Is the daily close going to close above 33,400? Is the price going to find support at 32,600? So 32,600 to 33,500, this area is an area that we need to observe, and based on the trading action which is going to happen on this particular area, that's when I'm going to come up with my trading analysis, and I'm going to sort of reevaluate. So since we got to sell around this particular area, right, all this is profit, you know, all this, we sort of dodged the bullet, and we prevented us from losing money. So now the thing that we're supposed to do is we're supposed to play accordingly, and wait for more confirmations. So what I'm going to be looking forward to today is, will the price of Bitcoin close above 33,500? If the price of Bitcoin closes above 33,500, that is obviously going to sort of confirm this particular Wyckoff schematic, because we are going to be sort of closing around the lows of this secondary test and this particular area, phase A, which is going to be very good. And let's say we are going to be forming the spring, right? If the spring is going to happen, that's even going to be better for us, because in order for the spring to sort of happen, the price needs to drop below 30,000. Okay, the price needs to go to 27,000 or 28,000. Okay, that's when the spring is going to be activated, and there's going to be like a sharp reversal. What you could do is get to buy when the price comes back into this particular range, and then eventually it's going to sort of do that and break towards the upside. So at this particular moment, wait for more confirmation. Make sure you see the daily close. If it is above 33,500, well and good. Okay, if it doesn't close above 33,500, right, we need to make sure that we find support at 32,600. 32,600 and above is going to be like a very good area of support. However, if that happens, if today's price closes below 33,500, right, that is not really going to be like a very good bullish reversal type of signal. Ooh, I'm getting sweaty. Like it's pretty hot in here, plus all the lights. Yeah, so big shout out to everybody watching, to all my 41 subscribers and viewers at this particular moment. Tell me, did you nail this particular trade? Did you get to sort of get into USD Tether, or were you shorting the market? Because you don't really have any excuse at this particular moment, because I did tell you, I did give you a heads up. We've been trading this like pros, and there's enough evidence on my YouTube channel. So I don't really expect you guys to come up with any excuses, because I did give you the game plan, just like I'm giving you the game plan right about now. And this is a very teachable moment, especially to those of you who are always having problems playing the markets. It's because you don't really have enough confirmations, and you also don't really know exactly what is happening in the grand scheme of things. And if you just take a look at the candles, okay, this is a very good blatant type of downward action. So if I were to be very, very conservative when it comes to my trades, right, I wouldn't even rush to trade tomorrow, because I would be looking for some sort of indecisiveness in the crypto markets, whereby the price of BTC sort of produces a daily doji candle. Because when you have like a daily doji candle, that shows indecisiveness. And when you have a trend which is very blatant, it's like a very defined trend. In this particular situation, this is a very defined blatant downtrend, and when you have a doji candle which is closing like that, right, it kind of shows that there is potentially a reversal in the trend. And it's either the bears are losing momentum or the bulls are gaining momentum, and there's some sort of neutral territory. And when the territory becomes neutral, right, then you could see who's going to be winning, like who's got the higher probability of winning. Is it the bears? Is it the bulls? And could you take a risk in sort of counter trending? Because you are going to be able to make a lot of money when you counter trade a trend. A lot of people usually tend to lose money because by the time they get into a trend, it's probably too late. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of people are going to be shorting here. A lot of people were shorting here. Okay, and that is when the trend is coming to an exhaustion. Why are you shorting it when the move is already done? Okay, and this is one of the reasons why you're always doing the opposite of whatever the markets are doing. And whenever people like me give you a heads up, right, you guys are never patient. Okay, because take a look at this. That was 4 days ago. 4 days ago, I got out of my position. I just stayed on the sidelines. I just waited it out, and look at what's happening. There's like a very dramatic and drastic price discrepancy from 4 days ago to today. I basically didn't do anything, but I saved a lot of money and I also made a lot of money. But a lot of you guys really have got this particular attitude of sort of rushing into trades. You're all about the now. Like, what am I going to do, Muna, what should I do? Should I sell? Should I buy? No, relax. Like, first of all, understand what's happening. Be able to interpret what's happening on the charts. Okay, be able to like have tunnel vision, if you know what I'm saying. Just be able to like know the phase of the market. And the other thing that I usually tell my students is you have to be market conscious, you have to be time conscious, and you're supposed to be market conscious, because a lot of you have got bad timing. Basically, that's the biggest issue that you have. You've got the worst timing, because you're not really market conscious. You're not really moving in tandem with the markets. Okay, because you're always either 5 steps behind, or you're too impatient, or you're always late. Whenever you feel like I'm about to sort of enjoy the pump, it has already come to an exhaustion, and that's the problem that you are waiting for. So if you understood anything from this particular video, I just want you to understand that yes, I have identified this particular move, and I'm only going to counter trade this particular trend. We are in a downtrend, so I'm looking for a reversal. I'm looking for that particular sweet spot of the market where I am able to figure out that the bulls are stepping in and the bears have been exhausted. So when I identify that particular moment, right, then I'm going to wait for more confirmations. I use about 5 confirmations before entering any trade, and these are the different metrics that I teach my members and my students as well. But if you guys are very attentive, and if you have been following me, you probably know these different 5 confirmation points, because the more confirmations that you have, the higher the probability of you having like a very good winning trade, if you know what I mean. So it's all about maximizing your winning streaks. You can only maximize your winning streaks by having more confirmations. Do not just blindly jump in. So let me give you another practical example. This particular area here, I was looking at this particular area. Even though it was looking like very juicy, it was like very, very juicy and very appealing, I didn't take that particular trade. So does anybody understand why I didn't even bother, trading this particular area? Does anybody understand why? Did you guys sort of rush into this particular trade and sort of trade this particular area? Well, you could have gotten away with it if you were trading the 1 hour. Let's say, for example, you entered on this particular candle, right? On this candle, you would have made a little bit of money there. But to me, this amount of money, it's not really worth it. If you look at the margin ratio, right, of this particular move, right, it was basically a lot of noise and a lot of headache. It's pointless, it's useless, taking that particular trade. And if you look at other time frames, right, look at the 12-hour. Why would you take that? Because this is just like some sort of bump before the continuation of the particular trend direction. And if you guys are into Elliott wave, and this is one of the reasons why I really advise people to sort of concentrate on, you guys have to concentrate on price action analysis. At this particular moment, I don't even use indicators like the MACD, the RSI. The only reasons, or rather the only times that I use the RSI is to sort of take a look at divergences, because divergences sort of indicate some sort of reverses. Like, for example, here we had a divergence here. Okay, this was like a very good divergence, and this is one of the reasons why one could have entered this particular area, because there was like a bullish divergence, and it was a very good indicator that the price was going to either stop before continuing or end up reversing. So the only reason, or the only moments or situation I could have entered this particular trade is if the price of Bitcoin pushed up and started trading above 36,100. If we regained and went above this particular area and started using this area as support, then I would have probably entered here. Okay, so that's the difference between you and I, is because of the way we take trades. Okay, because not all trades are going to be equal, not all positions are going to be equal. So if we flip over to the smaller time frame at this particular moment, right, we can see that the bulls are beginning to step in, and this is only 10 minutes. Okay, because I did let you guys know that we are having like a lot of support around this particular area. Okay, this particular area is holding a lot of trading data stemming from way back. If we go way back, okay, this particular area is very, very powerful for us because this is where we once found support. So this is one of the reasons why this particular area is most likely going to give us a lot of support. So we already have established that particular understanding of the markets, and now that we are observing that the small time frames such as the 10 minutes, okay, the 10 minutes, the 5 minutes, we're seeing some bulls stepping through. But this is only 10 and 5 and 10 minutes. It's not really a lot of time, and it's not really as significant. Okay, and just because we are waiting for this particular region, okay, just like I told you, today's daily close should close above 33,500. If we close above 33,500 tomorrow, and the next 24 to 48 hours are going to be very bullish. Okay, but if we end up closing, let's say we go to 32,600, then I'm going to be very reluctant taking the trade, because in that particular area, in case we don't really get a sharp pump and another daily close above this particular area, then there's a high probability that we're going to end up dropping, and we're most likely going to end up going to the phase C of the Wyckoff accumulation schematic, forming the spring, and then we're going to get back into this particular trade. But I really believe, even though you can't really afford to believe in a trade, you can't really wishfully trade, you can't really be like, I'm believing or I'm hoping for this to happen. You have to wait for it to happen, then make a decision. Am I making sense? So that's the biggest difference, that professional traders, or I don't even want to consider myself a professional trader. I'd rather say a trader who has more winning streaks. Okay, that's the biggest difference between people who win more, because I also have losing trades. But the thing is, eight trades out of 10 are very successful for me, because I'm very patient, and I wait for confirmations, and I analyze everything before even making a decision, and I always try to cross reference. Okay, so as you guys can see, right, we're most likely beginning to bounce, but this is only the 10 minutes. So what's going to happen in the next coming few hours is we're going to retest this particular level, if assuming 33,300 is the bottom. Okay, so there's going to be a point where we're going to end up coming back here and even going slightly lower, and then continue bouncing there. So when we have like 4-hour bars, which are going to be like either doji candles, and then we're going to start creating bullish engulfing candles like we did here, right? Like, take a look at this particular price action. Yeah, this is a very good point. Let me just get rid of that. So if we take a look at this particular trading action, right, the reversal was very blatant. Okay, so here we had bulls coming through on the smaller time frame, and then we had one final move to the downside. And when that happened, right, we had a bullish engulfing candle. After the bullish engulfing candle, the bulls kind of stepped in. Very clear to see, very easy to see. So as you can see right over here, right, on the small time frames, we are having some bullish engulfing candles stepping through, and we can see that we had like a dragonfly doji, and the bulls are kind of stepping through. All right, so this right over here is a clear indication that this area is proving to hold significant support. Okay, so what we now need to do is we need more time. We need to we need to sort of wait for some more time and wait for bigger times to give us some good significant support. So wait for 4 hours or even 12 hours, 12-hour time frame. Okay, so just give it some time and then reevaluate. Somebody says, forget it, I can't take it anymore, I'm getting out of crypto. All right, so Chuck Silver says he can't really take the volatility, he's getting out of cryptocurrency. Well, the reason why I love cryptocurrency is it's because it's very volatile. The volatility helps me make money, and I use the volatility against a lot of retail traders because, you know, this is where the money is. If there's no volatility, there's no money, and we need the majority of people to be wrong. We need the majority of people not to understand what's going on. So even though I'm like giving you all the secrets, all the gameplays, you know, like only 20% of you are going to listen to what I'm saying, and you guys are going to act, you know. So it's always like an 80-20% of thing. Only 20% of traders are successful. Only 20% of my subscribers are going to be like following my TA, even though I exactly predicted it you know, 4 days ago. So for me, this is a very good clear indication of a reversal. 24-hour looks very good. 24-hour looks like it is producing a bullish engulfing candle. So this is a very good bullish engulfing candle. Okay, so just like we experienced a bullish engulfing candle on the 4-hour here, indicating a reversal, and then boom, the price reversed. We are beginning to see this on smaller time frames. Take a look at this. 24-hour bullish, clear bullish engulfing candle on the 24-hour. So already we are seeing signs of a reversal. Okay, signs of a reversal are being defined. However, it's premature for us to make this particular trade because we need at least the 1 hour. We need consistent, perhaps 4 1-hour bars. We need consistent 4 1-hour bars which are like clearly bullish, and then perhaps you can take that particular trade, you know. Or we need to have at least some sort of bullish candles on the 4-hour time frame. That's going to be very good. But however, the 24-hour time frame is giving us like a very good reversal indication, and you can take that particular scalp if you want, and that will be very good. So to me, this is like literally the completion of the 5th Elliott wave on the smaller time frame, especially on the 1 hour. Okay, so wave, let me just quickly give you the Elliott wave time. Yeah, so boom, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and completion of wave 5. Boom, Elliott wave is done. So what's going to happen is just wait for the corrective structure on the 5th Elliott wave to happen, and then we're going to get a reversal back into the trading range, and eventually we're going to break out. Like in the next coming 2 weeks, the price of BTC is most likely going to end up going to between 45,000 to 50,000. So don't get overly bearish at this particular moment, because we still have to test this particular liquidity level. So to all you bears out there saying we're going to go to 20,000, relax. BTC and crypto always have a way of testing liquidity. So before we go to 20,000, 19,000, best believe this particular resistance, or rather support turned into resistance, has to be tested between 45,000 to 50,000. Only if we get rejected at 45,000 to 50,000, that's when we can drop further to 20,000, because 20,000 is the previous all-time high. So I really hope that you guys understood my analysis. And big shout out to everybody watching. Vasanth, hello. Yelena, Catherine, hi. Anastasia, Dixon, as usual. Indy, Lowland Profits, everybody watching this particular episode. You guys are super awesome. So with all the blabbering that I did, I really hope that you got the point that I was saying. So if I were to summarize this particular episode, right, I'll give you this. Today, the daily close, I hope you guys are using Universal Standard Time, UTC, okay? Wait for the daily close to close above 33,500. The reason 33,500 is very important and very crucial is due to the fact that we have a lot of support from way back, and this is where the trading nodes are. Okay, so between today's daily close should be above 33,500. Okay, so right now we're doing very well. We're above 33,500. The current price is 33,919, which is perfect. It's very good. Okay, if we do not end up closing at 33,500, right, the price is most likely going to find support at 32,600, 32,600 and above, or 32,200 and above. Okay, if that happens, then I wouldn't rush into trading Bitcoin or altcoins, because that could be an indication that there's going to be more downward price action due to the fact that the previous, support area has been broken. So there's no reason for you to jump in, because the price support 33,500 is broken. Even though we have support at 32,600, right? It doesn't really have more strength in it, and the price could potentially end up dropping further. If the price closes below 33,500 today, right, then we could potentially experience the Wyckoff spring. If the Wyckoff spring is going to be in action, then the price could go to 27,000 and have a sharp pump and get back into this particular price range. Okay, so those are the most important points that I wanted to give you. Okay, and then according to the trading action that we are receiving right now as we speak, as you are watching me, we are having early signs of a reversal. If you take a look at this, right, this trading action here, especially on the smaller time frames, 24 hours is a very good time frame. We're already having bullish engulfing candle. So an engulfing candle sort of hugs the previous candle. In this particular instance, we had a bearish candle, but the bullish engulfing candle sort of erases that particular candle. And if you flip over to the 1 hour, right, the 1 hour is giving us a dragonfly doji. Even though the bears sort of push this particular price down, the bulls are stepping in and they are defending. Okay, and those are early signs of a reversal. And if you really want to make a lot of money, you have to counter trend, or rather you have to counter trade the trend, the trend in order for you to make a lot of money. Look for early signs of a reversal. This is an early sign of a reversal, but you don't really have to necessarily jump in at this particular moment. Wait for the price to get back down, and once it sort of finds solid support, then perhaps you can sort of enter and hope for the best. That's what I would most likely do, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So yeah, that was my analysis as far as this particular Bitcoin crash is concerned. I really hope that at least it was worth your time, and I'm doing this live stream thing because sometimes you just have to be around when the action is happening. So yeah, let's take a look at the markets. Enough talking about BTC, because it's beginning to get very boring. Okay. And the other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is because a lot of you are confused between trading Bitcoin or trading altcoins. Okay, so in order for you to decide, you have to look at the Bitcoin dominance. Okay, so the Bitcoin dominance of late has been doing very well. So this is one of the reasons why, in comparison to a lot of alts, for the past 7 days, BTC has performed better than alts. Okay, it's only down by about 4.9%, while a lot of altcoins are down by a whole lot in comparison to BTC. So from a weekly perspective, this is one of the reasons why I'm most likely going to be trading a lot of BTC, because the Bitcoin dominance has been going up, and altcoins in comparison to BTC, the dominance is like really causing a lot of havoc for altcoins. So I'm most likely going to concentrate on trading BTC, because BTC is doing, or rather outperforming, altcoins. Of course, there are some sort of outlier type of altcoins. For example, Theta. Is it Theta? Theta. Okay, it has been doing very well, especially T-Fuel. Big shout out to Dixon for giving me this particular trade. I really enjoyed trading T-Fuel, and I made some good money. So big shout out to you, Dixon, for this particular trade recommendation. And yeah, just like I explained here, I gave you guys the game plan as far as T-Fuel is concerned. So when it comes to T-Fuel, right, since Theta is going to be having the mainnet launch in the next 12 hours, well, in the next 10 days, right, best believe T-Fuel is going to be skyrocketing. But you have to be very careful, because T-Fuel is like literally at the top, and you wouldn't want to sort of jump at the top and then get stuck in this particular trade. So I hope you took some profits and you're not like really stuck in this particular trade. But if Bitcoin is going to be sort of stable, perhaps I'm going to be trading either BTC or T-Fuel, because there's always something psychological that really makes people go crazy when it comes to like having a timer. Like whenever people see like a countdown, people are like, Jesus, I need to like be part of this particular action, and people always gravitate towards a countdown, like for some reason, because it gives urgency, it makes people just jump in for whatever reason. So best believe I'm just going to be trading either BTC or T-Fuel, and then I'm going to be able to like make my money, do my thing. So ASAP Daddy Suriana says, I estimate the market is going to be bear, possibly spending the month of July, and will start to reverse direction in mid-August. So better save it. Yeah, that could happen. So for the most part, we are in a corrective phase. Okay, it's not necessarily a bear market. It's just a corrective phase. Okay, there's a big difference between a bear market and a correction. Okay, so if you guys know anything about Elliott waves, you guys are going to clearly understand what I'm talking about. And when I talk about price action, right, I mean, we're coming from this particular pump. How could you call this action in comparison to where we're coming from as a bear market? So I think that's like a little bit of miscommunication there, because you can't really say we are in a bear market when we're coming from this much of a price appreciation. You understand? So this is just a corrective phase that we're in, and it's just a fraction of where we're coming from. I would be worried if we start consistently trading below 20,000. Let's say, for example, we go back to 16,000 and then we end up trading there for like weeks. Then that's going to be very, very good. So how do you define a bearish market for the most part? A bearish market is like very simple to like identify. So if you take a look at these particular actions, these particular structures, right, we had like consistent lower lows and all that good stuff. That was like a blatant bear market. Okay, so we're only going to be able to like know whether we are in a bear market if we sort of trade in this particular range at least for like 4 months or something. So this is just a corrective structure. It's a corrective structure, nothing to be worried about. The only people who are getting anxious and getting jittery are the people who didn't get to like cash out here. The people who didn't get to cash out here, these are the people who are like panicking at this particular moment. But if you did the right thing, and if you've been following my YouTube channel, you should be Gucci. You should be like on a lot of money, on a lot of profit right now. You should be sitting on a whole lot of profit, which is very good. So what am I telling you or advising you to do? Well, simply hit the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm going to be here, especially in crucial moments where you guys like need to figure out what you need to do, because you guys get into panic mode. So hit the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I've been doing like consistent good TA for the past good months or so, because I have drastically improved when it comes to like technical analysis. I'm not really perfect. Sometimes I do talk about coins which are like really questionable, because I'm only human. I'm only human. Okay, so but I do try to do my best to give you the best knowledge, the best information, and I always give you the highest probability. So the difference between Beyond 10x and all these other cryptocurrency YouTubers is Beyond 10x gives you the highest probability. Beyond 10x, aka Muna, never gives you both narratives. I'm never going to give you the bearish and the bullish narrative. I'm always going to give you the highest probability, so that it could be easier for you to sort of make a decision in case you decide to, if not financial advice, in case you decide to like play along, if you know what I mean. So I'm not going to give you different scenarios, and then by the end of it all become victorious, because I was like, one of those narratives came to fruition. I always stick to my narrative, because I always think about what's happening. I interpret based on the data that I'm having. Okay, and so far we've done very well as far as killing these particular trades. So I'm very happy. Yeah, in case you've got any other coin suggestions, drop everything in the comment section below. Just like one of you guys suggested like a very good project, T-Fuel. I was very happy, and I did review it, and hopefully you enjoyed that particular review. So please give me like these amazing altcoin gems, amazing opportunities. Let me take a look at them, do the TA, and let's just grow as a community. So I really appreciate all the support that you've been giving me. Do not really be afraid to trade the Wyckoff accumulation. So if you guys don't know anything about the Wyckoff accumulation / distribution, check out this article. Just Google Wyckoff accumulation distribution on Medium. Get familiar with why the markets behave in certain ways, because markets are sort of led by certain factors. You need to understand the mathematics, the psychology, and the reasons why prices tend to do certain things, and you have to interpret what the price action is giving you. Like, what does this candle mean? What does that candle mean? You need to interpret these things, because if you can't really interpret them right, then how are you going to be able to sort of make money? So this is one of the reasons why you should have a mentality that really promotes you to be able to like analyze and strategize without having third parties. Yes, Beyond 10x is always going to be here. Mona is always going to be here. I've been here for the past 4 years. I was here since Binance was around $2. I gave you the recommendation of buying Binance coin when it was like less than $2. Yes, and I'm still here. But you need to get better. You only get better by, because just like I keep on telling you, trading is like muscles. Whenever you go to the gym, right, if you're consistent, your muscles are going to grow, your muscles are going to be better, you're going to have like a very good physique. So that's why on a daily basis you need to be able to like decipher understand like what type of data that you're having, and then try to see like how you're doing, because all over a long period of time, right, you're going to be better. Because personally I've lost a lot of money. I've been liquidated like several times. It's uncountable. Like, I had to open accounts, brand new accounts, especially on BitMEX. I got liquidated, got frustrated, didn't want to like see that account. I created another account using another email, put money there, got liquidated, did it over and over and over and over again until I just stopped trading on BitMEX, but I didn't give up. And now for the past 3-4 months, my trading has like really improved. Ever since I stopped using indicators, ever since I started sort of focusing on price action analysis, I'm telling you, I've been ahead of the game, and I'm telling you, you need to work on your trading, because by the end of it all, blockchain technology is here to stay. Blockchain technology is going to be able to like you can start businesses using blockchain technology. You can start a blockchain service company, you can start a trading school. So it's more like the opportunities that people had in the early 2000s, like in the dot-com bubble. A lot of entrepreneurs sort of took advantage of the World Wide Web, and they were able to like grow different businesses. So we have another opportunity. So what we need to do is we need to like soak up a lot of information. We need to sharpen our skills and just basically improve ourselves on a daily basis. Do not be lazy. Do not just come to my YouTube channel and just say, hey Muna, give me sell targets, buy and sell targets. That's it. Everything else you're useless. But try to understand what I'm trying to put across. Like, why is Muna saying it's going to stop here? Like, why is there support here? Why is there resistance here? Like, what type of data is he using? You understand? So if you do that, you guys are going to be like very good to go, and you guys are going to be able to like make a lot of profit. So that's all I have for you today. As you can see, I've been sweating, my nose is running as well, probably. Sorry. Yeah, but desperate times calls for desperate measures, because you guys were beginning to freak out. So before I go, the price is 34,152, 34,152, and it's above 33,500. Remember what I told you about 33,500? So already we are bullish. Already there's blatant signs of a reversal to happen. So remember what I told you. That's all I have for you guys today. Honestly, it's been good seeing your lovely faces. You guys are amazing. Remember, hit the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, drop everything in the comment section below. Hasta la vista.